Two YouTubers came this way. They met somebody they did not expect. Does that comfort you?
Who are you? Show yourself! It cannot be.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and I have an excellent piece of news to report. Nick Rekieta has been restored on YouTube, and there's a lot to say about it. I've spoken to Nick, exactly what's going on behind the scenes, to see what's going on. But first and foremost, the channel has been restored, so take a minute to pat yourself on the back. It's never really one thing that works. You know, like it's never really just, you know, he had emailed his partner manager. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was all the noise created on YouTube by everybody making the videos. Maybe even it was the trending hashtag on Twitter, which was, I think, Free Rekieta or hashtag Free Rekieta. That was trending worldwide this morning when I woke up. So that's because of all of you. The noise, other creators banding together. You know, I'm very happy that he's come back. However, there's some news to report about it. But let's take a minute to be happy that Nick's back and to reflect on some of the important lessons we learned so far. First and foremost, according to Nick, the channel he may still be suspended for 2 weeks starting October 5th, which was the day that the channel was actually removed. So it may be just a process of the channel being restored, and then they will reverse the strike. Maybe they've restored the channel and they say, okay, well, you're still going to be suspended as like a, how do I say, like a compromise. Maybe they're giving him a 2-week suspension, but not deleting his entire channel. We're not really sure right now, but what we do know is it's back, and he had received an email from YouTube stating that his channel was back, but he is still pretty confused right now as to what's going on because the channel still shows that it has 3 strikes. I think that what happened is usually when you have like channels like this or accounts like this, when they're suspended, you then like probably need to reactivate them before you can actually address whatever strikes are on them. So I'm thinking that when an account is suspended, you must first restore it and then address the actual strikes. So I suspect later today, YouTube will remove one of those strikes and hopefully he can just stream tonight. You know, I think it's still very concerning. You know, the other news, he was, I think today, banned from Twitch. Why? Because these social media platforms are rewarding harassment. Here's Grum spinning. They're rewarding harassment instead of standing up to it. They're showing an open door to encourage more. So long as you have the right narrative, anything goes. The ones with cancel power are never probed too much for their stories. And this is Nick Rekieta's Twitch channel. I can't imagine that Nick thought he was going to last long on Twitch anyway. So it's like, I don't think he really cares about Twitch as long as he has the YouTube and Rumble. Lessons, first of all, this is why I will remind everyone again, you know, when his channel went down, where did we go for information? He had already been mass flagged off Twitter. Sydney's in my head now with how I say my A's. So he'd already been off Twitter. It came down to locals where we read, you know, I'm still gathering information, but yes, my YouTube channel has been deleted at the present. I've not been given any specific reason. My partner manager is working on this. It's escalated up the chain. He ends up streaming on Rumble where he commands a totally impressive audience. I look up to him for his skills at like, you know, live reacting to stuff and being so entertaining. I try to glean some things off him too, because, you know, Lord knows I'd love to have 10, 12,000 people watching. So the guy is a trendsetter, really, in terms of the legal space live streaming too. But so we had to go to his locals, which is why I created my locals. please take a minute. I'm doing a big like giveaway celebration this weekend. I've got like a World of Warcraft original server blade. I've got magic cards. I've got cash, maybe. I've got coffee, tea, and cocoa. I've got Steam. I'll put some Steam codes in there for video games. I just want to thank everyone for mobilizing, and while also taking this time to remind people that, you know, when it came down to it, I needed some place to go to find him at locals, so I created one. It's 100% free to follow me there. You can support financially if you want. You know, that money goes directly towards Maggie and my video editors and my thumbnail guy. I'm not using it to buy expensive beard products and things of that nature. So those that do, I am very thankful for you. There's always going to be a few pieces of content that I'll put, you know, as a thank you for members. But it's totally free to follow and to communicate, you know, in these threads. So please, I'm going to leave a link to a couple of things. My locals page, okay? Secondly, you know, so make sure you open a new tab, or you click that, you get the app on your phone, or you just follow on desktop and you get involved. This is going to be really awesome. I can already see it, you know, communications between viewers happening, and, you know, we're going to do, everything's going to be here. It's not going to be Twitter. It's not going to be Facebook. It's not going to be Discord. It'll be here. So I really, really want you to come here. And also follow Nick too. And, you know, be subscribed to his YouTube channel, but also follow him on Rumble, because I assume if the 2-week suspension holds, then he's going to be streaming on Rumble at least for the next 2 weeks. We'll probably learn more a little bit later today. I'll probably let him, you know, give the final update when he uploads a video, unless he has a 2-week suspension. I'll talk to him later and see what he wants me to do. But, you know, it's not over yet, but it's good to see the channel back. And I suspect they'll be removing the strike soon. I can't thank all of you enough, you know, from my viewer groups who didn't also watch Nick, to the viewers that we share, everybody mobilizing. This stuff is important. And if people don't get together and fight back against it, then we just lose, right? Now he's got to figure out what's going on with his Twitch channel, why that was banned, and he's probably never getting his Twitter account back, at least until Elon takes over. And all of this is driven by essentially 50 weirdos. That's all it takes. 50 weirdos to ruin your life. They went for his law license, all because they didn't like things he said on the internet. That's the world that we're living in right now. They can destroy your entire... I think about that all the day. That's why I'm like, you know, people are like, oh, why you push your, you know, people, why do you have options for people to join as members and stuff? Because I have a huge staff to support, and it can all be taken away from you if some, you know, 50 internet weirdos decide, hey, we're going to be offended today and we have no lives whatsoever, so we're going to, you know, file ethics complaints and mass flag your channels because it works. That's the sad part about all of this. YouTube, I mean, sure, I'll give you credit for restoring it, but the fact that you are so easily manipulated by a group of 50 weirdos, that's a big deal. You're screwing with people's livelihoods. It's not just, for example, my channel. You know, I have staff that rely on their salaries that is directly from this channel, which is also why I started doing Rumble exclusive videos once a week too, because I have to. It's not going to replace any additional content, but it will be extra content. That's why I have to do members only content on my locals page too. So Nick is back. Thank you, everybody. Please, please, please go follow me on locals. I need to be able to get a hold of you. I know if you're on your mobile phone, you might have to install the app. It's a nice app. It's, you know, it's not bad. Or you could use the desktop version. Follow Nick on there too. And, you know, encourage your other creators that you like to watch to, at minimum, be available, have the content available on new tech, because it's way too easy to destroy channels, and I just don't think that's ever going to change. Excellent way to end Friday. I'll see you on locals this weekend when I'm giving away a bunch of stuff. If there's stuff, by the way, that you want me to give away, you can comment on this thread in here. I ask, like, you know, what other stuff do people want? So let me know. Hope you enjoyed this video. Welcome back, Nick. Look forward to your next live stream. We'll talk to you again real soon.